They will tell you to give up. They will tell you it's impossible, that you're too late, that the world doesn't care, that your dreams are foolish fantasies drifting in the fog of reality. But they are wrong, because you were not born to be average. You were born to rise. And not once, not ever has greatness come from the mouth of someone who quit on themselves. Every breakthrough you've ever admired, every empire ever built, every name etched into the stone of time, came from one truth. They refused to quit. When the world said no, they whispered yes. When life knocked them down, they planted their feet deeper in the soil of belief. You will become what you refuse to quit on. Not what you talk about, not what you daydream of, not what you post about or write on a vision board. Only what you pursue relentlessly, what you fight for in silence, what you get back up for again and again. Even when no one's watching, that is what you become. Think about Thomas Edison, 10,000 failures. But he didn't stop, because he refused to quit. On Light, Carnegie, born into poverty, no money, no status. But he refused to quit on building wealth that would change the world. Henry Ford mocked for his obsession with the motor car. He was told horses are the future, but he refused to quit on his vision of something no one else could see. This is the pattern. This is the law. Not a law written in books, but a law written in the blood, sweat, and trials of those who came before us. And that law is this: if you quit, you lose everything. But if you endure, if you keep moving, everything bends in your direction. Your world reshapes. Your future reconfigures. The very atoms of reality begin to move in your favor. But only if you refuse to quit. Let me be clear, this path is not easy. You will be tired. You will be tested. You will doubt yourself. And life will hand you every excuse to turn around. But hear me now, success is not given. It is earned by those who choose to suffer forward. This isn't about grinding for the sake of hustle. It's not about ego or status or proving anyone wrong. It's about proving one thing to yourself, that you are not the kind of person who quits. Because when you decide that, truly decide it, not in theory, not in words, but in the trenches of resistance, that is the moment your life begins to transform. Not in some magical instant. Not because the universe suddenly hands you a miracle. No. Because you became someone new. Someone who stays in the ring when others leave. Someone who shows up in the rain, in the dark, in the silence. Someone who understands that greatness is not built in the spotlight, it's forged in the shadows, in the repetition, in the faith that refuses to die. You are not here to be a spectator. You are here to be a creator, a builder, a force. So the question is not, are you talented enough? It's not, are you lucky enough? It's, are you strong enough to keep going when nothing makes sense? Are you relentless enough to bet on yourself every single day when no one else does? That's the separator. Because the truth is this: your dream doesn't need approval. It needs action. It needs belief. And it needs a version of you that doesn't flinch at rejection, at failure, at fear. Success only belongs to those who show up after the world tells them to go home. Who show up after the failures, after the heartbreaks, after the defeats. Because somewhere beyond the resistance, beyond the wall, beyond the pain, is the life you were meant for. And you only reach it by refusing to quit. So what do you do when the doubt creeps in, when the vision starts to blur? When the bank account is empty, the motivation is gone, and you feel like you're running on fumes? You go inward. Because everything you need, it's already inside you. The fire you're looking for, it's not in some podcast. It's not on Instagram. It's in your decision to rise anyway. You must remind yourself, pain is temporary. Confusion is temporary. Even failure is temporary. But quitting, that's forever. And too many people are trading a lifetime of greatness for a moment of relief. They quit for comfort. They quit because it's hard. They quit because they think struggle means they're off track. But what they don't understand is that struggle is proof that you're in the process of becoming. Napoleon Hill said, every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. But the seed is invisible to those who quit only. Those who keep digging, who keep moving, ever find it. Let that burn into your mind. If you keep going, you will uncover the reward. If you stop now, you bury it forever. So what do you want more, comfort or your calling? Because you cannot have both. This is a war for your future, and the battlefield is in your habits, your focus, your thoughts, your decisions. This is not just about motivation. It's about mastery. Mastery of yourself, mastery of your emotions, mastery of your mind. Because here's the hard truth. You will never rise higher than the standards you set for yourself when no one's watching. That's what separates the successful from the forgotten. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not background, connections, or timing. It's standards. And those standards are forged in private. In the gym when it's cold. In the office when no one's buying. In the studio when you feel invisible. In the quiet moments when your own voice says, just give up. And you respond with, no, I'm still here. I'm not finished. You will become what you refuse to quit on. Let that echo in your soul. Your dream has not abandoned you, but you may have stopped showing up for it. And if so, it's time to return. Return with fire. Return with purpose. Return with the resolve of someone who finally understands that success doesn't belong to the smartest. It doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most committed. Those who are obsessed. Those who are relentless. Those who keep showing up long after the emotion is gone. Because emotion fades. Motivation fades. But purpose endures. And when you link your actions to purpose, you don't quit when it's hard, you fight harder. You rise. You adapt. You transform. Until one day what once looked impossible becomes inevitable. So decide now, what will you become? Not by chance, not by talent, but by the one thing no one can take from you. Your decision to never give up. This is your life. This is your shot. This is your moment. So fight for it. Claw for it. Bleed for it if you must. Because what's waiting on the other side of your endurance is everything you've ever wanted. And more.